This is Toledo Symphony Lab, a behind-the-scenes look at the world of classical music from WGTE Public Media and your Toledo Symphony. I'm Brad Cresswell. Joining me today are the Toledo Symphony's principal second violin and artistic administrator, Merwin Sue, and the TSO's marketing director, Felicia Canny. Now, we also have some special guests with us today, but I'm going to wait just a few minutes before we bring them into the conversation. Up first, we want to talk briefly about what's happening this month in October. 3 big concerts that are happening. There's Colors, that's October 20th at the Peristyle. There's also Jupiter at the Valentine, that's October 27th. And then the annual Halloween Spooktacular, which is the Sunday right before Halloween, October 28th, also at the Valentine Theater. Does anybody want to give us a quick rundown on what's happening with the Colors concert?
Well, it's a really wonderful concert. I think it's one of the most exciting things that we've done because we're bringing in both a new piece of music and a new piece of art that will both be unveiled at the same time. Dave Saltzman is going to be doing the world premiere of a tuba concerto by Sam Adler, and Holly Carr will be painting a gigantic silk painting inspired by Firebird.
Yeah, sounds fun.
Yeah.
Now, the Jupiter concert, that's October 27th, and this contains music of Mozart and his Jupiter Symphony. You want to talk a little bit about that for us, Felicia?
Yes. So this kicks off our Mozart and More series, Mozart in the Afternoon series at the Valentine Theater. So we do kick it off with Ron Donk, who is a returning pianist. He was with us a couple of years ago, right, Merwin?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
wonderful Beethoven concerto.
Yes, and I just remember him kind of jumping out of his seat every time he hit all these chords, and I was like, wow, look at that energy from that guy. And Lorraine Carpenter, our principal trumpet, will be performing with him on the Shostakovich Piano Concerto number.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, it's piano concerto, but it has a very prominent trumpet part as well. And then the Spooktacular. Is there anything? I mean, the Spooktacular is kind of an annual event.
And it's all about surprises, so we really can't unveil any of them.
Okay. Well, speaking of surprises, we have, well, not really a surprise, not to us, but perhaps to the folks listening to us. We have 3 guests with us today. That includes all new members of the Toledo Symphony. I want to welcome cellists Elizabeth Rice and Kellen Degnan. Kellen is on the phone with us. Are you there? Kellen, you still there?
Yes.
Okay, good to know. I'll make sure you're still with us. You're driving right now. You're on the road, yeah?
I am, yes.
On your way from Cleveland to, what'd you say, Erie, Pennsylvania?
Yes, sir.
We also have Jack Henning here, who is our new principal bass. Hello, Jack.
Hello.
And hello, Elizabeth.
Hello.
You said I could call you any variation on Elizabeth that I so choose,
Yes.
right? So if I do that, it's only because I made a mistake. So
That's fine.
we'll pretend like that's okay. I'm going to make sure that you come in close enough to your mic, Liz, Elizabeth.
That works, yep.
And so now, here's what I was thinking. We have 3 new members of the symphony, and I want to hear all about you guys and what you've been doing and how you came to Toledo. But first of all, I thought it would be fun to sort of get to know you a little bit with a game, an icebreaker. And this is a game that I'm sure many people are familiar with. It's called Never Have I Ever. We're going to do a symphony edition of this. I'm going to go around and ask you all these Never Have I Ever questions, and you say if you've never or if you've ever engaged in any of these activities.
I feel 8 years old all over again. It's wonderful.
8?
It feels like,
this is teenage years.
This feels a little bit like like a summer camp thing, like when you first get to summer camp.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. The first thing, and this is not the kind of game where we can raise our hands. You don't have to be polite this time, Felicia. Just letting you know ahead of time. You just jump right in there, okay? Or we'll just go around and check. I've got several questions here. The first one is, never have I ever played Never Have I Ever?
Well, this one time at band camp.
Oh my gosh, Merwin.
Wait, okay. Kellen, what did you say?
I said, of course. I feel like I played that just last summer.
At band camp, no doubt. Felicia, how about you?
Yes.
Yes?
I have played.
Elizabeth?
Yes, I have.
And Jack?
Oh, yes, I've definitely played
Okay, so everybody has played. Good to know. Never have I ever forgotten to bring something important to a concert. Yeah? Merwin?
There's a lot of nodding going on. Mostly bow ties, cummerbunds, that kind of thing. I've forgotten music once. but but string players have stand partners, and they are wonderful, wonderful treasures.
That's good. Kellen, how about you?
Yes, I have. I won't say how recently because that would be embarrassing, but
Feels like last week, huh? No, okay.
Not last week. Elizabeth can vouch for me on that one.
It's true. He was prepared.
He's prepared. Are you guys stand partners?
Yeah, we were for the Momentum concert.
Okay. Well, how about you, Felicia? Have you ever forgotten to bring something important to a concert?
To a concert. Nothing comes to mind at this moment.
Okay. Well, if you think of something, let us know. How about you, Liz?
For a concert, I don't think so. I tend to be a little bit OCD about that, because I'm so terrified of leaving something that I need at home. For rehearsals, for sure.
Yeah. How about you, Jack?
Yeah, I actually, I guess for a rehearsal once I didn't have an end pin, which is pretty hard.
Pretty hard to play the instrument.
Okay. So now the end pin is what holds the bass up, right?
The bass up, yeah. And I actually I can predict when I don't have my end pin, actually. It's kind of a strange story. So if I'm going to my car and I'm going a little fast, I don't advocate speeding and I don't speed, but maybe like 5 over is a pretty good thing. So, but if I brake a little too quickly.
I don't think the police are listening. It's okay.
My stand partner's wife is a cop, so.
Okay.
But yeah, if I actually brake too quickly, then I have a little pocket on my bass case and my end pin slides out. So I know I gotta check that. I gotta double check that. But if you're rushing in there,
that is like the strangest story I've ever heard about being able to tell something about an end pin. I mean,
I know.
Yeah,
I know when it's
the
going to
mechanics of that.
You feel it.
I'm very in tune. But if I stop sort of fast but not fast enough, I know.
Quite remarkable. I think you get some applause.
All right.
Oh, I've never heard this sound before.
We never get applause.
Okay. Never have I ever been caught playing on my phone during a rehearsal or a performance. How about you, Merwin?
I've never been caught playing on my phone, but I have been caught trying to turn my phone off because I have it on vibrate all the time, and so it's not really a huge thing, but it's distracting. So it's like, oh, crush, I need to turn that off.
Felicia, how about you?
Never.
Never? You never had that problem? Kellen? Kellen, how about you?
Maybe back in high school a couple times.
Last week, right?
Come on.
Hey, you're on the phone. We can say anything we want.
I can't defend myself. This is so unfair.
Okay, E, how about you?
No, never.
Never?
No.
Never? Jack?
No, it's for brass players only.
They can hide back there.
It is true, totally true.
Yeah.
They're the ones on their phone.
Never have I ever made an embarrassing noise during a rehearsal or performance. Merwin? This does not include playing your instrument, right?
Ooh,
Depends on what you
that was
eat.
nice. There was a point, this was in a university, where I had this really weird belief that peppermints made me concentrate better, and I knocked a tin of Altoids off a stand.
Where did you get the idea that peppermints would make you concentrate?
I don't really know. It was like maybe reading some sort of essential oils blog or something, and I was really just looking for an excuse to have Altoids anyway.
I'm pretty sure it was on
It's true.
NBC News or something.
Yeah.
Like
It might not have
third,
been.
fourth graders concentrating better for standardized testing.
Oh, is that why you were feeding your kids Altoids?
Yes. Yes.
Yay!
Okay, Felicia, how about you? Have you ever made any embarrassing noises during
What?
during rehearsal or performance?
I have not performed or rehearsed in years.
But
so
haven't
it's
you
really
ever
hard
stood
to
around at a rehearsal and no, nothing?
No.
Okay, moving on. Elizabeth, tell the
Okay,
truth.
moving on.
I think if there's anything really embarrassing, I've probably blocked it out over the years. I know I've had like the classic cello end pin slipping or like hitting your strings, and it's all a little bit more
Again with
loud.
the end pins. I get the feeling that these end pins are like, a danger to civilization, perhaps.
Yes, for sure.
What about you, Kellen? Have you ever made any embarrassing noises? I mean, I know you're in the car right now, but we can hear you, just so you know.
That's good to know. I was also going to mention the inevitable end pin flip. I'm sure that's happened more than once.
So what does it happen? The end pin? Go ahead.
Well, again, we have to find a spot in the floor that it sticks, and if we don't make the hole deep enough, and we get really intense, you just push too hard, and it slips right out, and it makes a big old ka-chunk.
Wow.
What are we talking about?
He sharpens his more than yours.
Jack, have you ever had any embarrassing noises that come, end pins aside?
Yeah, I won't talk about end pins now. But I have actually, over the summer, I'm kind of a butterfingers, and when you're holding an expensive bow, it's not a really good thing to have. And I dropped my bow, but I caught it on my bass. So my bow was on my bass, and there was some weird leverage, and I moved it, and I was pushing down really hard, and my bow actually just slammed on the top of my bass, and it made this horrifying sound.
Wow.
And actually, I have a scar on my bass from this event that you can see probably if you're in the audience. So next time, if you're in the audience, look at my bass. There's a little spot on it, on the front of my bass, in the lower left-hand side. That's just a tiny little spot that has no varnish. Because I messed up over the summer.
When we do guided tours of the Paris-style stage, we're going to look for this.
Look for it.
Jack.
Really.
This guy's a storyteller here. That's great. Never have I ever slipped a centerfold or some other inappropriate material into a colleague's music. Merwin?
Well, I'm going to say that conductors aren't necessarily always colleagues. So, because I'm going to define colleagues that way, no, I've never done that.
Oh, okay. Felicia, how about you?
Never?
Never.
That's just my
Felicia
answer at this point.
you are the innocent one here, definitely. Liz?
I have not either.
You've not done that?
No.
How about you, Keenan? I want to call you Keenan. Kellen?
Oh, please no. I can confidently say that's never for me.
That's never happened to you. Or you've never done that. Jack, has it ever happened to you, or have you ever done that? You have this grin on your face.
Well, no, I've never done that. But I actually received a part from the librarian that has something that looks like two fermatas upside down. And it's very suggestive.
Yay! Okay. Never have I ever, we're almost done. We're almost through this, guys. Never have I ever lied during an audition or an interview. Merwin.
I've never talked in an audition. Or an interview, actually.
That's why you have
it's
a
the
job.
sign language interviews.
Okay, yeah, you want to say something, Kellen?
Never.
Never. You've never done that. Felicia, how about you?
Never.
No, I can't imagine you would ever do that.
Oh, thanks, Brad.
Yeah. E?
Never.
Never? Jack?
Well, I guess I lie in an audition every time that I play in tune.
Ooh.
Because you're kind of tricking them into thinking that you're a perfect player.
Yeah.
That's
But
true.
no
That's
one
all
is.
it takes is playing in tune? Wow.
Well,
We set the bar high.
maybe for bass. Yeah, maybe for bass auditions.
And the F pen. Oh, no, the
End
end pen.
End pin.
Looking ahead in your notes.
Okay. Last question. Never have I ever lied during this game.
Never lied during this game.
Never.
Never?
Never.
Never? Jack? No, Kellen?
Nope.
Jack, you have not lied during this game.
And yet he
I
still
don't
got
think
applause
so.
3 times.
That's okay. Now, you guys, you play low instruments, which play off of the bass clef or the F clef. And I know Bob Clemens, one of your cello colleagues, came up with a great name for you all. That is the F Clef Posse, right?
It's not specific to the new members. It is something that he kind of, when he is attempting to separate himself from the mewling violins or the annoying trumpets or the oboe players who are playing treble clef, he will, refer to the F Clef Posse doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Well, we're going to bring up F Clef Posse music.
Ooh, that's very trebly for F Clef Posse music.
There we go.
It needs to be like
Yeah, we
Few
need a much
octaves
lower
lower.
whistle.
Okay.
Nice.
Now we've got the music going. I want to hear about you guys a little bit. Elizabeth, give us a little background on you.
Sure. I am originally from Cincinnati, Ohio. So I just came up 75 for a few hours when I moved up here. I actually did my school at the conservatory there at the University of Cincinnati. And then to get to Toledo, it was a bit of a process. It took a couple years after I finished my master's degree of just auditioning a lot and gigging and doing some teaching and stuff on the side to kind of survive in the meantime. And then I just had the Toledo audition over the summer and came up here a few weeks ago.
Okay, let's hear from you, Kellen. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I've kind of been circling Toledo my entire life in a way. I grew up in Detroit. I did my undergrad at University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, and then swung around and did my master's degree in Cleveland. And finally made my way back over west. I took the audition at the same time as Liz and got the job.
Excellent. Congratulations.
I feel like we should make them re-record this, but with like Western themed, like sauntered or moseyed, or to go with the music.
Moseyed on up
yes,
here.
we moseyed on up this.
Well, we didn't tell you we were going to have
high noon.
We're going to have a duel at the end of this.
Oh,
right?
good.
The last person standing. Okay, Jack.
I may have said that.
Jack, here's your chance. Tell us a story about yourself.
Oh, like before the showdown on June 8th? Well, I like Liz. I am.
We all like Liz.
Well, she's great.
Oh, thanks, guys. She's great.
Like Liz, I am from Cincinnati, Ohio as well. And I just keep on getting farther north in Ohio. I was in the Dayton Philharmonic before this, so a little bit more north than Cincy, which is at the very south.
So you're headed to Detroit, is what you're saying.
So yeah, I mean
basically.
DSO
Or Canada, you know.
Yeah, and then
all the way.
Canada,
Toronto, Anchorage.
Pretty soon you'll be on the North Pole.
Maybe Maestro Trudel can put in a good word for me.
Yeah.
With
Santa.
Santa Claus.
Yeah, you got Merwin and everything. Yeah,
with the North Pole Orchestra. Yeah, Northern Lights. So was that it? Is it? There has to be more to tell about you.
Oh yes.
Let's hear about it.
Well, I started bass in high school, and I actually was super into video games before that. And I played Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero.
And I was so into Guitar Hero. And then I started playing bass because I exhausted out my guitar chops at Guitar Hero. And then I saw that they had a bass thing, and I played like some Rush song or something. And I was like, this is harder than guitar. So I was like, bass is cooler. So I got an electric bass, and then I wanted to be a rocker and everything. And then, it's only natural that I started playing classical music.
So who's your favorite classical composer, if you had to choose one?
Hands down, Prokofiev.
Really? Why is that?
It's just fun. It's just quirky. It's like classical music is often thought of as really serious and stiff, but it's great compositionally, and it's also just really fun to listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In honor of the F Clef Posse, I've taken it upon myself to add another sound effect to our board. This is what we heard earlier before we got on the air. This is right. That's Alain Trudel performing the sad trombone. This is the really sad trombone.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Okay.
It's like really disappointed trombone.
Very disappointed trombone.
Yes. So be on your toes now in case I have to pull that out. But we do have a little an audio quiz in the time that we have left. And this is a fun little F Clef quiz. What I will do is I will play a sound, a sample of a sound, and the first 7 of these are instruments. And I'm going to ask you to identify the instruments. You can just jump in. You don't have to, again, raise your hand, Felicia, because I know you're very polite. Just giving you fair warning here, because
Can I
all these
slap the table?
everybody,
Can I do that?
everybody else is going to, jump in and blurt it out if they know it. So you get right in there if you need to. Okay, so I've got 10 different examples. I'm going to play the first one for you. Let me pull it up here. Listen carefully.
Oh, I know that one.
We'll let it finish first.
asking.
Okay, jump in there. Who knows what it is? What is that instrument?
It's a bull fiddle.
No, it's not a bull fiddle.
Yeah,
as
this
far
is
as
a
I know.
doghouse. Wait,
What?
Well, maybe you bass players call it something else. I don't know.
is it a bass?
I've heard it's a type of bass. Yeah.
Contrabass.
No, it's
octobass?
It's an octobass.
Those things are so cool.
Those are awesome.
An octobass, which is like 12 feet tall. I mean, those things are huge.
Yeah.
You have to use pedals to like fret the strings.
Yeah.
Was there a real bass playing with that, though?
I don't know. Maybe.
Something sounded kind of out of tune.
And as we know, Jack never plays on
Ever.
So, okay, well,
I'm pretty sure the octobass has frets, too.
yeah,
So.
nobody got that one. Let's try the second one.
Okay.
There's
Anybody
only
know?
so long you can let this play out before.
It's going to
It's a
change.
5-minute.
Okay. Anybody got it?
I know it.
Didgeridoo.
Yeah.
That's a didgeridoo.
Oh, I should have.
We're just blurting out.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm being
Didgeridoo.
polite.
Yeah, you got that too, Kellen, right? You said that. Didgeridoo?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, here's the next one. Oh, no.
I
Oh, yeah,
feel like
that
I
is.
can't hear these sounds. I'm so trained in trouble.
Sounds like a contrabassoon.
That's right.
Okay, good.
Contrabassoon. Elizabeth gets a point.
Why are we
Excellent.
failing, Merwin?
Here's the next one. Quite a range.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Any ideas? This is also a contra something. But it's
Oh.
2 words. Type of brass instrument. Some very low brass noise there. Contrabass something.
Sackbut.
Trombone. Sackbut.
Somehow that makes a poetic sort of sense, Jack, but no, that's not quite right.
That should be right.
contrabass bugle. Contrabass
Oh,
bugle.
wow.
I don't think I've
I
ever
didn't-
heard of him.
Bugle.
I've never heard of him.
I've never heard
I
that.
didn't know
Contrabass
that was a
bugle.
thing.
Okay, here's another one.
Is that an airplane?
Lawnmower.
I was thinking when the Stockhausen helicopter quartets. It's really cool, whatever.
Yeah.
There's so many high partials.
Yeah, this is,
Yeah. It's a cool instrument.
it is. It's like we all perked up, kind of like the opposite of dogs hearing high frequencies. We all are like,
It's another contrabass instrument.
Contrabass clarinet.
Close. Contrabass flute.
Oh, wow.
wow.
Ooh.
I
That's not
did
close.
That's the best sounding flute I've ever heard.
That's so cool. That's got to be the clarinet.
That's the clarinet. That's right. Now, the next 3 audio examples are not instruments. They are sounds from nature. Okay? So you have to see if you can possibly identify what these might be. This one, I'll give you a hint, is an animal. And an animal you would least expect makes this kind of noise.
Well, Brad is just cracking up here by himself.
I was looking at the look on your face, Felicia.
Oh,
The
I
pure
made a
disgust.
face.
You were like, what in the world?
I feel like this is some sort of pig, but I
Either
really
a
don't
hog
know.
Or a frog.
I think a bullfrog.
No?
No?
It's a mammal.
It's what we least expect.
Yeah.
Okay, least expect would be bat.
Freaky bat. I don't know.
It's a rabbit. What sounds a rabbit's name?
Well, think of a cute little creature from nature.
A koala?
Exactly, it's a koala.
Oh.
He gets all the points today.
Jack.
I was gonna say like a tarantula or something. Then she said a panda, and he was like, "You're really close."
You know what? I'm bringing up some.
Oh.
I'm sure this is
All right.
This is going to be Jack's. This is Jack's walk-up music. Now I'm going to take it away from Elaine.
Now every time I see you, I'm just going to imagine this music as you're like strutting
Not bad
anywhere.
at all.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay, let's bring in the next noise.
Oh man.
Wait,
Anybody
is
know
this
what
an
that
animal?
is?
Wait, animal? Nature? I need to narrow these things down.
This is an animal.
No, this is a sound. Well, actually, no, this is not. I don't know what it is. How did that get in there?
It's not.
I'll just tell you what that is. I don't think I meant to leave that in there, but that's something that's called the Bram, BRAAM, invented by Hans Zimmer for one of his film scores.
Okay,
and now
it sounded like a
everybody
film
uses
score.
it.
Film,
You hear that
yeah.
constantly now in
Yeah.
like every scary movie. So that's kind of an F Clef noise.
F Clef Posse.
This last one actually comes from nature. Here's the last one. See if you can identify this one.
Did I leave my car open?
I feel like I'm driving with like a window cracked.
Yes, that's exactly what it feels like.
Basically sounds like trying to talk to Kellen over the phone while he's driving out to Erie, Pennsylvania from Cleveland. Any ideas what that is? That is actually a representation of a noise that we can't hear because it's so low. This is normally would be a B flat, 57 octaves below middle C, or 1 million billion times lower than the lowest sound audible to the human ear.
Wow.
But that's a representation of it, sped up so that we can actually hear it. Any idea where that comes from?
So like the universe or like the rotation of the earth
Music
or something.
of the spheres.
Yeah, you guys are on the right track here. It's a specific astronomical.
From the black hole at the center of the Milky Way, right?
It's a black hole. That's
Oh,
right.
that's awesome.
From the
Wow.
Perseus cluster.
Wow.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. So
That is.
one of the lowest noises ever is created by a black hole. Good to know. Well, we're just about out of time. We've had a lot of fun with a little F Clef Posse. I'm going to do a quick little, just ask you each a question. Only the F Clef Posse people. This is a yes or no, all right? Given that you guys are new arrivals in the community. Let's start with you, Kellen. You will do better in Toledo. True or false?
Sorry, what was the question?
You will do better in Toledo. True or false?
True.
Say the right thing.
Yay!
Okay, Elizabeth. True or false?
I'm going to go with true.
Okay. Jack, it's up to you. True or false, you will do better in Toledo.
He needs his music
True.
on, I think.
Oh, wait. Yay!
Good job. And there it is. You would do better in Toledo. Welcome to all three of you guys to the Toledo Symphony. We're glad that you could join us here on Symphony Lab as well.
Thank you, Brad.
Thank
And,
you very much.
This program is a production of WGTE Public Media in collaboration with our sponsor, the Toledo Symphony. You can download episodes of this program as a podcast by going to our website. That's at wgte.org/lab. You can also subscribe to us through your podcast app of choice, including Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts. And remember, you can check out all the upcoming events at the Symphony by visiting their website at toledosymphony.com and their various social media outlets on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm Brad Cresswell, and this has been Toledo Symphony Lab on FM 91.